I asked Dad to lead that for me. All right. It's a lot scarier than it looks. But so for this evening, I just want to start out with, if you know me, and when I come up here, I usually get short and to the point. 5 minutes maybe, and to the point as fast as I can. But tonight I titled this lesson on how bad do you want it? And this whole week, if you know, my family was gone, and they took my means of Netflix. So I decided to watch like motivation videos the whole time, and I was kind of excited, but then Caps asked me to take his spot tonight, and so I was like, maybe I can translate that. Well, I noticed a few things that motivation videos have in common, and they always ask, how bad do you want success? And I see that in every one, and it kind of gets you pumped, but there's two major things that I see that are in common with our faith and the motivation videos. And in the motivation videos, they emphasize dedication to whatever your craft is. And they show importance and desire and like how much you want that goal. So I'm going to go through those, and point number 1 is dedication and persistence. If you could turn to Psalms 106 and verse 3 with me, please. We'll be starting out in there. Psalms 106 and verse 3 says, "How blessed are those who keep justice, who practice righteousness at all times." It was a short and fast verse, but if you could read through that a few times, and I emphasize the words keep and practice. Those words aren't usually meant for people that do it one time and they're done. Keep means all the time. I don't think God would describe you as someone who keeps justice and who practices righteousness if you only do it one time. And there's something that I know from like sports and stuff, and it's called muscle memory. Maybe you've heard of it. And that's just when you practice your craft over and over again until it becomes natural. And so if you practice evil and you do evil goods over and over again and you make that a habit, that's who you will become, evil. But that can become vice versa. If you practice good deeds and good things, you are dedicated to good righteousness. And finally, point number 2, and it's the last point, is desire and want. And that's mainly what I wanted to talk about. And if you could go back to your red songbooks to number 303 that Dad just led. Just read the first verse with me real quick, and it says, "Lord Jesus, I long to be perfectly whole. I want thee forever to live in my soul. Break down every idol and cast out every foe. Now wash me, and I shall become whiter than snow." And I emphasize, Lord Jesus, I long. That's want. Lord Jesus, I want to become perfect. I want to become with you and one with you. Do you remember first being baptized? It was a long time ago, and it's kind of fuzzy, but so I want to bring up Omar. That's my newest friend to the group, and one thing about him that made me so happy is I was honored to be there with him, and this big dude comes out of the water, and he just was shaking, and he was shaking the whole time, the whole ride home, everywhere, every time we hung out, and he's still like this, and that's what I'm trying to get at. He always asks questions. He wants to be perfect, and that's what I want to be. That's what I'm trying to refer to. You just want to be perfect as a Christian, and that's what these motivation videos are saying. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be like Jesus? How bad do you want to go to heaven? And how bad do you want to be perfect? So tonight, if you're here tonight and you feel the same, if you don't feel the same want that you did when you first were a Christian, or you do want to be perfect, there's water here. What hinders you from being baptized? If you want to make things right, you can do it right now. As together we stand as we sing.